Hi YouTubers, Daryl here again with Jake and Sandy. We're going to try and make campground reservations at Yosemite National Park. If you don't know, it's very difficult to not impossible to get a reservation. You see, there are over 2 million visitors to Yosemite during the summer, and most of them will visit Yosemite Valley. There are only 414 campsites available in the valley, so making reservations is very hard. There are 3 campgrounds in Yosemite Valley we are interested in staying at: Lower Pines, North Pines, and Upper Pines. The web says that Lower Pines is the best, with less sites and more space. North Pines is probably the next best, with Upper Pines being the largest campground with the least amount of space between sites, so probably our least favorite. Really, any campground we get will be fabulous, but my hope is to try and get the best site we can. So, in preparation for this challenge, I did my regular research. I found a really nice website that provided step-by-step instructions for making a reservation. Unfortunately, even though the guide was only a couple of years old, it seems many of its strategies were outdated, and they didn't work. Using some of the tips in the guide, and with some experimentation on my own, I came up with my own strategy for getting a reservation. I don't know if it will work, so you get to come along for the ride. Reservations open at Yosemite for the dates of May 14th through June 14th on January 15th at 7 a.m. To summarize my strategy, me and my wife Nicole will be using multiple devices and accounts to try and get a reservation. We will first try and get a specific site using our iPhones and a little trick that might give us a few seconds head start. In the guide I mentioned, it recommended putting your dates in beforehand, then picking the site that you want, and as soon as it's 7 a.m., furiously hitting the Add to Cart button. It also recommends recruiting friends and family and have each one of them pick their sites, and also to have multiple windows open with multiple sites. So I did some practice beforehand, and it seems the strategy no longer works, as on a web browser, you can't select your dates until the reservation windows open up at 7 a.m. However, on an iOS device with the recreation.gov app open, you can get around this. I'm hoping the iOS devices will help us get a head start and maybe just get lucky. So, at exactly 7 a.m., we will have the world clock open. We will use our iPhones to try to get the site we want. If we succeed, we'll go ahead and make the booking. If not, we'll go to plan B, which involves switching to our PCs and then desperately trying to find a site. If that doesn't work, we'll move on to plan C, which involves patiently waiting for a site to open up. You see, there is a 15-minute window to make a reservation. If you don't make it by then, or if you drop a site, it will then show up as available. So that's the plan. We will have multiple practice sessions the morning beforehand, and then the big event starts at 7 a.m. So, I'll see you back early in the morning, and you get to watch it as it happens. Hey YouTubers, Daryl here. So it's 6 a.m. and we're about an hour away from go time when we get to try to make reservations for Yosemite at 7 a.m. So we're getting ready to practice. We're going to spend about 45 minutes or so practicing, and I'm here with my wife Nicole. Say hi, Nicole. Hi. There's Nicole, my wife. And of course, I'm really nervous. I'm a little worried about us making reservations and successfully completing them.
I'm not nervous.
It seems that Nicole isn't nervous at all. But anyways, maybe she's right, and maybe we have no reason to be nervous, and maybe we'll get lucky. But we're getting ready to practice, and I'll see you back at 7 a.m. Hey YouTubers, Daryl here again. So, really bad news. So, my whole strategy, and the reason why I disregarded that guide, is because when I practiced, I wasn't able to put in the dates beforehand and make selections. Well, turns out, I think at around 6 a.m. or so, they opened the sites up so you could actually add the sites to your cart, just like the guide said, but I couldn't do so yesterday when I was practicing, or last week when I was practicing. So my whole strategy is out the window, and I guess now we're just going to wing it. So we'll see how this goes. 7 o'clock, we get to try to make reservations just like everybody else, and we'll see what happens. Okay, bye. About 4 minutes away. The only one that's nervous is me. Remember, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Is it making you nervous, me on the game?
Oh. Make sure you get back to your screen. Don't mess around, man. Don't mess around.
I'm ready.
Close any windows.
I'm not closing any windows. I'm ready. I'm ready with the thumb on both things, book now button, and the add to cart button.
Oh, I should actually use both my hands for the.
Oh, you weren't ready with both hands?
No.
Oh.
Oh no. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
It says retry. Please try again. Someone else got my North Pines on her phone.
Okay, so I didn't get any sites on my phones.
Oh, I can get site 107
Try to grab it.
for 4 days.
Did you get it? You actually have it?
I have something in my cart. I have check-in on Monday,
Okay.
May 30th, and
Okay.
check-out on Thursday, June 2nd.
So, we have just successfully booked.
No, not we. Let's be clear. Who booked?
So, I guess we were patient, so we didn't get any of the sites available initially, and then we kept hitting the update of table and next available, and Nicole was able to secure 4 nights. Or 3 nights. We really wanted to spend 4 nights in Yosemite, but 3 nights is great. So we're going to continue kind of looking to see if we can actually get 5 nights, but I think given where we're at, North Pines is a really great location. I think we got a really good site too. To just wrap this up, we were able to successfully make reservations for the North Pines campground in Yosemite, which is really fantastic. I think we ended up just getting lucky as opposed to having a great strategy though. But the next time we try and make reservations, here's my updated strategy. First, I will follow the guidance from outdoorblueprint.com. The suggestions still work. Second, I will recruit as many friends and family members as possible. You're really competing against thousands of other people. Give clear instructions to your helpers. Try and call them beforehand to ensure everyone has the world clock open for the 7 a.m. start time. You also need to get everyone comfortable with the recreation.gov website. Selecting the check-in and check-out dates quickly is not as natural as you'd think. When you're looking at available dates, it's not entirely clear that when you're selecting your checkout date, you can select a date that's already reserved. If you notice, after you select the check-in date, the date at the end of the block changes to a diagonal line showing half available and half reserved. That is a little hint to let you know that you can select it. It's a little quirky if you haven't done this before. Probably my most important tip is to be patient. Lots of folks are putting extra sites into their carts to ensure they get a reservation. Many sites that are reserved show up as available a few seconds later. You need to continue hitting the refresh table button. Sites that become available appear at the top of the table, so you don't have to bother scrolling to find available sites. So, that's it. I hope this video helps you make Yosemite campground reservations, and I hope to see you all again soon.